My name is Alexandra Stone, and it is my great privilege to speak to you today as the priest in charge of the Church of St. Mary Magdalene in downtown Toronto. Advent, the season that we're in now, is a time to gather up the year that has passed with an eye toward the future. As we prepare to celebrate the miracle of Christmas and to make our pilgrimage to the manger, we are carrying with us everything that we've experienced. All of our joys and sorrows, all of our disappointments and our hopes. It would be remiss of me not to say that this past year has had more than its share of trials. Beginning with the death in harness of Father Eric Beresford, this year has seen the death of 3 past rectors, as well as several beloved parishioners. We have seen our plans to build a regional ministry with St. Matthias deferred. We have seen the housing crisis and food insecurity intensify in our city, strife and division throughout the world. It is a challenging and yet necessary time to be a community of hope. And that is precisely how I would characterize this community at St. Mary Magdalene. When I say that it is my privilege to serve at St. Mary Magdalene, I don't only mean that it is a humbling and inspiring thing to be part of the great and illustrious history of music and liturgy that exists here. Though it is consistently wonderful to worship in a place with such great musical gifts, where the choir and music ministry carry on the legacy of the great Healy Willan, and to have our hearts lifted Sunday by Sunday by things from his compositions to Gregorian chant, traditional hymns, and original compositions. This is also a place where children and youth are nurtured in the life of faith. Our children and youth leaders have recently completed a 3-year curriculum that follows the lessons and seasons of the church year, which is used every Sunday at the Sunday school during our contemporary worship service. There is also a recently relaunched youth group, which has been meeting with youth from other Toronto parishes and is organized around the questions the youth members themselves have about God, about the world, and about living lives of purpose. The community is active in outreach and social justice, engaging with issues of importance to the city and to the world, and participating in a weekly meal program for those experiencing food insecurity right here in our neighborhood. And there are community events, talks and educational opportunities, opportunities for fellowship, and of course, daily worship. I truly believe that the stability that has made it possible for all of these things to flourish, even in challenging times, comes from the fact that we are a community drawn together by a desire to draw closer to God, and a commitment to follow His call to act in love for the good of the world. If you have never visited us before, I would invite you to come see us. Whether at any of our 3 Sunday morning services, one of our daily masses, our online morning prayer, or at a special event. There is no experience necessary. We are cradle Anglicans, new Christians, seekers, and everything in between. If you are a member of SMM already, thank you for all of the little and big things you do to make this such a lively, welcoming, and faithful place. Our faith tells us that our abilities and our talents are gifts from God that are given to us to use for the good of one another and to make the world a better place. If you are considering offering your skills or your time, or looking for ways to become more deeply involved in the life of the community, please speak with me or with one of the sides persons, or visit the Participate tab on our website. I would also like to thank everybody who has contributed financially to the life of the parish. Your generosity has made so many of the things that happen here possible. Thank you. Even as we are beginning a new year in the life of the church, the end of the calendar year is approaching. And so if you have the means to make a special contribution in response to our Advent appeal, you could go a long way toward helping us meet our goals of financial stability. And finally, please pray for St. Mary Magdalene, for one another, and for the world. Thank you for watching.